Thanks, Lee.
Okay. So for our winter weather briefing, we have a few changes since our last briefing yesterday. The most noticeable is the winter storm watches have been upgraded into warnings and advisories. So we now have warnings for coastal northeast North Carolina and advisories for the rest of northeast North Carolina and a partial bit of southeast Virginia. And we continue with those cold weather advisories. So here is our winter storm warnings and advisories. We can see down in Elizabeth City area that is now under a warning, while the rest of southeast Virginia and northeast North Carolina is just under advisory. So for the warning, we are expecting snow accumulations of 3 to 5 inches, with 1 to 3 inches possible in the advisory area, and then just a light accumulation for the rest of our tiers up to about Richmond. So here's our snowfall totals that we are expecting. Again, 3 to 5-ish for that coastal North Carolina, and then 1 to 3 for southeast Virginia. So our amounts have increased a tiny bit from yesterday, and we are expecting the timing to move in this evening through early Wednesday morning. So our temperatures are going to be well below freezing, and any accumulating snow could cause some potential travel issues. And this is our high end amount. This is our worst case scenario. It's not a whole lot too different from what we are actually forecasting. We just have a little bit higher snowfall amounts down in coastal North Carolina, and then the high end has expanded that 1 inch up further north, as well as that 2 to 3 inches as well. So this is not what we are forecasting, but this is the worst case. So this would be beneficial for planning in case we do see an increased trend within the next few model runs. So with that snow timing, we do see that it will start this afternoon. And if I pull up our DESI product here, we can see this is our simulated reflectivity, so we can see when that is going to move in. So we start seeing some snow this evening, moving into our area around 5 to 6 p.m., and then it will continue overnight. This darker blue, this true blue, is snow versus this teal, if I go back, is more freezing rain. So we can see that it is going to mostly be snow, maybe start off with a little bit of freezing rain, and then as it moves out of the area early tomorrow morning, we could see some more freezing rain as it exits, and then the models are picking up on some almost lake effects, which would be bay effect here, so where we could see some additional precip from the bay area lingering on a little bit into early or mid-morning tomorrow with that freezing rain. So we are expecting the bulk of it to be overnight, with a little bit of freezing rain possible as well. So here's some more timing for you, as well as some temperatures. We can see those temperatures are going to stay pretty cold and then start to warm up Thursday. So with that snow characteristic, we are expecting a dry and fluffy snow, a little bit wetter down towards Elizabeth City and coastal North Carolina, as we could see that freezing rain in the very beginning or very end of the event. And as for our rain or snow rate, we could see up to about an inch and a half per hour, but overall we're mostly expecting it to be very low, half an inch an hour or less for the area. So we do continue with that cold weather advisory. We're going to have some winds tonight and lows in the teens, so I expect the apparent temperature to be 0 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, as that is the wind chill. And so here is the actual apparent temperature number. So we can see around 0 for the northern part of our viewing area, including the Eastern Shore and Maryland. and then a little bit warmer down towards the southern part of our forecast area, but still very cold. So here we can see that those temperatures do begin to warm back up Thursday, and the winds will also decrease. So we can see when we have those highest winds Wednesday morning, that is when we are going to be the coldest. So switching over to more of the marine side, we do have small craft advisories that will go into effect tonight and last until tomorrow morning. And then freezing spray advisories has been extended throughout the rest of today and into tomorrow. And the threat is moderate and will last about until 10 a.m. So here we can see that we are under a small craft wind, still below any possibilities for gales. We'll just have to continue monitoring for that freezing spray with those higher winds. So here we can see that small crafts are only expected. There is very low probability of anything more for gale warnings. And once again, we can see that for the bay, these winds, are going to be decreasing tomorrow afternoon. As for the freezing spray potential, it will only pretty much last until Wednesday. We can see that once we get into Thursday and Friday, the winds just aren't as high and the temperature starts to warm back up. So the threat is mostly contained to tonight and tomorrow. So here are our key messages as a summary. I will go ahead and stop the recording.